Okay, StarCraft lovers, how are you doing today? Welcome to another cast by me. Alright, so this is another game. I'm showing lately. I've been showing some strats, or yesterday, or last video, not even yesterday. Last video I posted showed some a strat. You know, I can't say strats because I only have one up so far, but I decided to show another strategy, and these are games where I actually use these strategies. I'm not going to play against a computer just to show you the outline of the strat. I'm going to actually play against a human opponent on multiplayer to show that it actually works against humans. And this strategy here is real effective in any league between any gold league or below. You have, I would say, probably a 70% chance of winning that game if you do this strat every single time. In fact, if you're in bronze or silver and you do nothing but this strat, you'll probably get high gold or platinum just doing this, because that's how effective this is. And as you can see, I built this supply depot at 9 supply. When it's at 9, you pull an SCV off the line, build that supply depot, send another SCV to scout. That's important. And then right after you build the supply depot, you're going to have to build a refinery. And then once you have the money, make sure you're building SCVs the whole time. Once you have the money, you got to go build your barracks. And I'm building it at 13 here, but you should probably build it at 12 supply. That would probably be optimal. And you might have a slight delay in your SCV production, but I built it at 13, and since I had a longer rush distance, I was okay with that at 13. But it will slow it down a little bit. Try and get it out at 12. And that refinery out around like 10. And then, so what this is this is the Cloaked Banshee rush. And I haven't seen any videos online for how this works. There probably are some, but I'm posting my own here. And in fact, I actually struggle to find Terran strategies. When I go online and I go to YouTube and I say, hey, Terran strategies, like, I see a lot for Zerg and Protoss, but people don't do them for Terran very much, and I don't understand why. Maybe I'm horrible at searching YouTube, but that's just been my experience. But so I'm gonna put this on here, and it's almost a guaranteed win in the lower leagues, because this one strategy got me to high gold, and once I got into platinum, I had to mix it up a bit, and I am mixing it up. I'm working on developing new ideas, but here I built, as soon as my barracks was done, I built my factory. And that's why I got that refinery so early. So right when my barracks was done, I would have the Vespene to build this factory. And as soon as this factory is done, I'm going to have to build a starport. And that's what I'm getting this SCV out here ready for, is to build this starport. So that factory's done, and then bam, starport. I had exactly enough resources to get that starport down right in time. Now I'm building my tech lab right away so I can do my switch. Alright, popular strategy, but I'm breaking it down for those who quite aren't familiar with it and know how to do it right. And I chose this game because it actually won me the game. This was against a gold opponent. I'm in platinum, but I was playing a gold opponent at the time, so like I said, it could be effective against gold players and lower. And I sent my SCV to scout. And then what you got to do is, as soon as your very first mule, you should throw down and start collecting resources with that first mule. Here's my switch right here. Right, so we're at 5 minutes 20 seconds, and I'm getting my Banshee cloak research done. And then as soon as this usually happens, you'll be a little short on minerals to build that first Banshee. But as soon as those minerals are ready, you build that Banshee, which I have now, but I think I'm off doing something, so I'm losing time right now. I'm losing seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my Banshee. So I start building it at 5 minutes 50 seconds approximately. It takes 60 seconds to build. So if you start building it at 5.5 minutes, which you do it perfect, you should get it out around 5:30. You'll have that first Banshee out at 6:30, and it's even better if they're at close positions like that, because then that Banshee will be on top of them within the first 7 minutes of the game. And you know, if they're not prepared for it, they won't be able to do anything about it. As you can see, he has no robotics facility. He can't bring in observers. He has no forge. He can't build cannons, so he's completely vulnerable to cloak. But the thing is that as soon as I get my scan, I'm going to scan him, and I'm going to see that, oh, wait a second, he has 4 warp gates. It looks like he's ready to do a push. And so that's why that scan is important. You want to know what he's up to, because you don't want this to be a base race or anything. If you know what he's up to, you can prepare for it. And once I scanned that, oh no, I already scanned it earlier. I didn't scan it. I just threw my mule down. I scanned it earlier. I saw the 4 warp case. That's why I'm building my siege tech and my siege tank, because I know. See, I got my 2 siege tanks coming out, because I know that oh, he's doing the push based on the information I got from the scan. So from that scan, you got to figure out, is he doing an early push, or is he expanding, or what? And you also want to see, you know, his tech. Does he have tech for cloak? And he has none, which was just perfect, because now I dominate with 1 Banshee, and there's nothing he can do about it. And now he's going to do his attack, but since I was building my siege tanks ahead of time, I am pretty much ready for this attack with my 1 barracks and my 1 siege tank, and his zealots are, and he's making some huge mistakes right now, which is his own fault. He's not paying attention, and I'm pulling every single SCV I got, because all I have to do is survive this attack and I'll win the game. And my siege tanks are hammering him. He's trying to get through. He can't. I mean, that's pretty much game over. My Banshee is hunting down his probes. I don't even know where they went. I don't know. He drew them off out here. And so, anyways, yeah, that 1 Banshee won the game for me, because he didn't have any cloak or detection. And so that's what I'm saying. Gold or below, you do it just like that. You get that Banshee out in 5 minutes 30 seconds, which you can't, or 6:30. You start building that Banshee at 5:30, 5 minutes 30 seconds. Then gold or below, I would say you got a 70-80% chance of winning that game. And that, I mean, it worked for me. And like I said, don't be ashamed of cheese. And you know, people want to talk trash about it, but whatever. If it wins you the game, it wins you the game. And if they're not prepared for that, that's why they're in the lower leagues, because they don't know how to prepare for that stuff. And they have to learn how to prepare for that stuff, or else they're going to be kept in the lower leagues, because people are going to beat them with cheese over and over and over again. And you know, I get mad. I get just as mad as the next guy when I get cheese, but I just tell myself, you know what? I should have done better scouted. I should have prepared myself, and I should have been ready to defend that. And usually, if you're able to defend cheese and you can beat the opponent, then that actually works in your advantage when they try and cheese, because you beat them because you were able to defend their cheese, and then they don't know what to do. So that's part of the weakness of relying too much on cheese. But like I said, the last game, you get in those higher leagues, you're going to have tougher opponents. You're going to improve your skill based on that. So there you go. Quick video. That is the Banshee rush, basically. You know, the early Banshee. Make sure you scout. Make sure you know what he's up to, so you can prepare for his response. Alright, and yeah, till we meet again.